Hey, brothers and sisters. So, I just want to get on here real quick and share a dream I had this morning. It coincides with a dream that I had on June 25th. And yeah, I just want to be obedient to the Lord and share what He's been giving me. So, last night I dreamt that I was in Alaska. I was at an old airport hangar. It was the middle of winter. I was inside one of the hangars. So um, there was actually hangars on two sides, and they were each like a quarter-mile long. And in between, there was this huge area field that the airplanes would traffic through, but it was just covered in snow. So anyway, I'm in one of the hangars, and I'm tying up this guy's boots. I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm having a difficult time tying up the boots, and his wife is coming in and out of the doorway, yelling at him. And I say to him, wow, you guys have some serious like marital problems going on. And he's like, yeah, it's been pretty stressful. And then I just feel prompted to share Jesus with him. So I start sharing Jesus with him. And I don't really recall how he responded. But finally, I get his boots all tied up. And I'm like, all right, let's get out of here. So I go over and I start packing up my pack. I had like an Osprey hiking pack. I start packing it up, and I'm ready to go. I step out the door, and I look down the way, and I see the vehicle that I'm supposed to be getting loaded into. It's like an old military-style vehicle. It's on. It's ready to go. But I look across the field, and there's tons of people playing soccer. And I'm like, all right, I'll just kind of go around the soccer game. So I make my way around the outskirts of the game that's going on, and they kick the soccer ball over my head, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm the closest to the ball, so I'll run over and get it, and I'll kick it back to them. So I run over to the soccer ball, and I turn to kick it back towards all the players, and I look in between the two hangars, and there is these huge, dark, ominous clouds rolling in. And they're not rolling in the air. They're rolling in on the ground, rolling in over themselves. And they have to be a couple 100 feet high. And they're just rolling in on top of themselves. And I just instantly panic. And I'm screaming to everyone to get inside. And everyone's really confused. They're so distracted with the game. And I'm like, look on the horizon. The clouds are coming, they're rolling in. And then everyone just goes into panic mode. So I point them to the door that gentleman and I had exited out of. And I'm like, head that way. I know for sure that door is unlocked. So we start heading over. We're all running towards the store, right? And these two jokers, like, I say jokers, but just like young kids are standing outside the door. And it looks like they're ready to detonate dynamite or whatever. So they push that thing down to detonate the dynamite, and it just explodes all of us off the door. We're just like shot back, and we're kind of just thrown off by it. We're really dizzy, and I look over, and these two kids, I want to say kids, but they're like early 20s. They're just laughing maniacally. It's super eerie. They just continue to laugh maniacally as we all just like panic looking to get in the doors. And we're going up to all these doors, shaking them and trying to get in because the clouds are coming in. Well, finally, this gentleman, this old man from the inside pushes one of the doors open, and he just calmly calls us in. And we all start making our way into the building. And like in my spirit, I'm just so troubled because I realize that all of these clouds are whipping up the snow, and there's probably people out there who are lost. And I'm looking around the hangar, and I finally see this light piercing through in the corner, and I realize there's a door in the corner where it's ajar. And I make my way, I like shimmy through, and I go out, and I'm just like calling out to whoever is out there to come in. And a couple people come through, and I just yelled to everyone inside, Brace yourselves. Brace yourselves. Brace yourselves. I'm screaming it on the top of my lungs because now the cloud is upon us. And you might be thinking, okay, well, is that really a rapture dream? But God is good because He knows me, and He already gave me a dream similar on June 25th. So on June 25th, I had probably one of the most emotionally charged dreams I've ever had in my life. Kind of the same thing. We're outside, it's a beautiful day, we're all kicking this football around, it's like we're punching it to each other, it's being really silly, and it feels like the whole day we were doing that. Felt like it went on forever. And then I look out on the horizon and I see rolling clouds again. Same thing, but they're not as dark. And they're rolling in, and I look over in my dream and I see my sister, and I just yelled at her because she's a believer as well. And I yelled at her, "He's coming. He's coming." I said, "Come here. He's coming." And then I look over and I see an ex-boyfriend of mine, and he's frightened. And I yelled at him, "You don't have to be afraid. Come here." And we're all sitting, like it's like we sit down in a triangle holding one another's hands, Indian style. And we're just like praying. We're just praying and praying. And I'm telling him, because I know he's not a believer, like I'm telling him, give your life to the Lord, like pray, give it to him now. And he's like, I'm trying to pray, but I can't. And it's like, I was so broken because now the wave is upon us. These waves of clouds are upon us, and it rushes through us like a cool mist. I can still feel how it felt. Like, I can still feel the mist right now. Like, it was unbelievable how intense everything was. I feel this cool mist rush through us, and we just start to lift up, my sister and I, and I'm holding his hand, and I'm trying to pull him up with us, but he won't come, and I just started to cry out. Sorry, my dog. Stop it. I start to cry out, no, and his hand grows cold, and he's consumed by this mist, and it was like the Lord gave me every single emotion that an unbeliever would feel if they were left behind. I felt sadness, I felt anger, I felt confusion, I even felt, it was like he gave me like this snapshot of like my ex being on this edge, wanting to jump off. Like, I felt suicide. I felt it all. I woke up weeping, and like, I was gonna try and merge these two videos together, but in the June 25th dream, I was weeping so hard while I was recording. It made it very hard to understand what I was saying. So in my dream, I knew that those clouds were the Lord. So when I had it this morning, I just thanked him so much because I haven't had a dream from him in like 3 to 4 weeks, and it was pretty consistent. I was having one from him like every 3 or 4 days. So this is me just being obedient and sharing what he's giving me. I just feel he's so close. So just be encouraged, brothers and sisters, and be equipped. Pray protection over yourself and be in his word. All right, I love you all. Bye-bye.